What's up, guys? The Insane Game here. This might be more than one part, so let's just see what happens. Alright, now, ever since, I think, Saturday, where supposedly Neo GameSpot, now, this is just a rumor, but apparently, I've heard this from Neverworld, that Neo GameSpot was on his shit, on his Ustream, talking about how Naruto is more original than Dragon Ball Z or something along those lines. May not have been those exact words, but something along those lines. And since then, shit has gone ape shit. We have seen some videos, some responses, and people are asking for my thoughts, and I got to give the people what they want. And right now, the big video on campus right now is phones, because phones just fucking went crazy. And this is kind of, I guess in a sense, this will be like a response, but at the same time be his own original video. And the title you see is Naruto's original. So it may have confused a lot of you that I'm not siding with Phone. It's not really that I'm not siding with him, because I mainly agree with everything he said, except for a few things. And those are the real things I'm going to address along some other things. The first thing about how Naruto isn't original because it takes shit from other mangas. The problem with that argument is that no manga and anime is original, period. If that was the case, because that means Dragon Ball Z takes a lot of its basics from martial arts, also on the concept of aliens. Those are the two really big things with that you know, fucking Dragon Ball is known for. That's what they've taken. It's not like no manga or anime series is fucking just straight off the bat original, because they're taking shit from other themes in life. What makes the series original is how they mix it in together. Dragon Ball Z is original in that sense, because they mix the fuck. You really wouldn't have ever thought about mixing aliens and martial arts back in the 90s, or actually back in the 80s when it was first created. You really wouldn't think about mixing those things. And it starts off as a martial arts anime, it turns into this alien fighting anime, and it's just like, what the fuck just happened? It's like one of those series. That's what makes Dragon Ball Z great. The Dragon Ball franchise is great in itself. Naruto is great in the sense that it takes the basic idea of ninjas and warps it to the point where it's just like, what the fuck am I watching? Granted, not everything Kishimoto's done with the series is great, just like not everything Akira Toriyama's done with the series is great. But it's original. It's something we haven't seen before. So in that case, you can't say Naruto isn't original. You can say Naruto isn't. Now, the main argument right now is that Naruto isn't as original as Dragon Ball Z, or people think that Naruto is more original than Dragon Ball Z. One of the arguments along these lines I want to mention is the whole, people like a lot of Narutars want to bring up this whole fucking thing about how the reason why Dragon Ball Z is doing better than Naruto is because Dragon Ball Z is a nostalgic series, and people are just watching it because they watched it when they were little. The reason why that argument sucks and fails is because of one thing. I can just mention one franchise, and that will negate that entire argument. Pokemon. If that shit were true, do you think people my age, 19, back in the 90s when the shit first came out and we were playing the games, wouldn't you think the majority of the fans will be around my age? Guess what? They're not. They're little kids. Just because you watch the series when you're little doesn't mean you're blinded to its faults. Shut the fuck up about that. That doesn't make any goddamn sense when you people say that shit. Oh my god. Just Dragon Ball Z's been around since the 80s, so of course it's more popular than Naruto. Dude, One Piece breaks that argument just as easily as Pokemon does. One Piece came out in the late 90s, and Naruto in the early 2000s. One Piece is regarded up there with DBZ. It's regarding so much that Akira Toriyama and fucking Oda made a fucking mix, a kind of a collab one-shot of DBZ and One Piece. It's so highly regarded that they put it on the same level as Dragon Ball Z in Japan. So don't give me this shit about because it came out earlier and people watched it as the reason why it's preferred. That's bullshit. What the fuck is One Piece doing then? And then vice versa. What the fuck is Pokemon then? Pokemon should have an asshole of fans, if that's the case. It doesn't, because people drop the series after like the first 2 seasons. So like, shut the fuck up about, oh, bitch. That's just you trying to come up with an excuse. Now this whole opinion versus fact argument. This is what I want to fucking say about having an opinion. An opinion is based on fact. You can't like something over something without basing it on some type of fact. That's a dick and a pussy move to be like, oh, I like Naruto more than I like Dragon Ball Z because Naruto is better. That is not a fact. What you were doing is you're basing an opinion off of a lie, which kind of makes you a hypocrite in some sense, because you're probably trying to call someone else on the same shit. Don't work that way. Stop doing that shit. Now, you can prefer Naruto over Dragon Ball Z. The problem with doing this is, if you don't have legitimate reasons of backing that shit up, you sound like a dumbass. Let me give you an example of a bad argument. A bad argument of saying is that Naruto has a deeper story. Naruto has a deeper story than DBZ. Okay. Listen to me. Just because the majority of the fights don't have... Just because the majority of the fights... A lot of people say that just because... You gotta remember, most of the shit regarding fucking Naruto is usually fresh in kids' minds. So they kind of just take bits and pieces of what they remember from Dragon Ball Z to make these fucking arguments. To say Naruto is deeper than DBZ makes me wonder if you watched the entirety of Dragon Ball franchise, or did you just watch DBZ? Because if you just watch DBZ, I can see you being really fucking blind and stupid and ignorant and not counting series as a whole. Like, people, when you argue the shit with Naruto, we talk about Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. When it comes to fucking Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball franchise, we only talk about DBZ. Are you forgetting GT? Are you forgetting DB? Dragon Ball? What the fuck? Don't fucking do that. Oh god, the Sasuke shit. Sasuke is such a deep and intellectual character. Dude, Sasuke is pretty much what you would see on the news. That's all Sasuke is. It's a fucking... He's a ninja version of a gangbanger, pretty much. He's a ninja version of a fucking of pretty much these fucking gangs and these gangsters. That's what he is. And now related. Look. Most people in gangs have a broken family. Sasuke, broken family. All right, next thing. Most gang people believe that the world has done them wrong. Sasuke thinks the village did him wrong. And third, the gang members usually say fuck society and only live for them. Sasuke said fuck the village and is only living for him. That's not fucking deep. That's a relation. That's a correlation. That's bullshit. That's like saying I have ice cream and I have chocolate ice cream. It's still fucking ice cream, people. Shut the fuck up. God damn. Also, what else? What, like, just this thought in general about how Naruto is fucking more original. They're both original in their own rights. But to say Naruto's more original is trying to start some shit. And you fucking Naruto and possibly NGS, if he did say these things, say that shit on his Ustream, because I wasn't there, so I'm not gonna really get on him because I don't know if he said it or not. Just this shit in general makes no fucking sense. No fucking sense. Just talking, you can make good arguments, but you just keep going with the same shit. It's a deep intellectual story, and I'll give you a perfect example of how. And not, let me show you how deep people think. People think DBZ isn't deep. I'm gonna give you the Cell Saga. I'm gonna give you that. That's one of the sagas that to a lot of people, one of the last good sagas in DBZ, and also one of those sagas people don't really think is deep. Okay, you're dealing with Trunks, a boy in an alternate dimension, who just witnessed his entire families and friends get killed by some fucking robots. That's not related. Okay, a lot of you can't relate that shit. And that's only the first part of it. On top of that, he now only has his mom and his teacher, who is Goku's son, training him. Alright, you got him training him to go fight and kill these androids in order to make him stronger so they could team up and fight the androids. And then after that, you have, you know, his death. So now Trunks is by himself in this fucked up world, having to protect all of these innocent people from these two fucking androids that aren't even the strongest motherfuckers out there, just the strongest one that he was dealing with. And then now has to go into an alternate dimension and try to prevent this shit from happening to their world. Not to save his world, but just for their world. He's trying to protect their dimension while dealing with the stress of his other shit. Seeing his father, because I think his father died when he was little. See, he lost his fucking father. He's re-seeing his father in an alternate dimension. He's training and fighting with these fuckers in an alternate dimension. He's giving his life to protect the people of a dimension that he's not even fucking a part of. And this is just a damn movie, for the most part. That's not even the actual saga itself. You're not even counting in the shit with Piccolo and him having to deal with his long issue with fucking Kami. What the fuck was I thinking? You're dealing with Goku and Gohan and their father-son relationship and how Goku is really thinking about passing the torch along. On top of the shit with Trunks. On top of the shit with Cell. On top of the shit with the androids themselves. Did you forget about Krillin's relationship with 18? Did you forget about the shit with Android 16? Did you forget about Dr. Gero? And you wanna fucking tell me that shit isn't as deep as Sasuke's issues? When Sasuke's issues in itself is pretty much can be quickly related to gangsters and gangbanging in the year of 2010. Are you fucking kidding me? Bullshit. Negate it. Shut the fuck up, people. I give Naruto credit because it is original in some ways. And you can't fucking say the reason why Dragon Ball Z didn't beat it is being it because it's nostalgia. Because One Piece is on the same fucking level as DBZ right now. And it came out, what, a decade later? Almost 20 years later. That's bullshit, people. Shut the fuck up. I think it came out 15 years after Dragon Ball did. So that's just a load of shit. For the most part, I agree with Phone. Just for that originality shit. But that was mainly it. Because just you people aren't thinking, fuckers. Give me any examples to beat what I just explained. And I will personally make a video shouting you out and apologizing like a dumbass. I took care of NRD if anyone didn't see that shit. I can do this all fucking day, son. So, before you fucking say Naruto is more original, you better give me a good example. When you don't think your shit out, you look like a dumbass because of what the fuck you say. So, Dragon Ball Z is less original than Naruto. I could say if you said they were both original in their own rights, and you just prefer Naruto, you're cool. But if you fucking just blatantly said Naruto is deeper and Naruto is more original than fucking Dragon Ball Z, get the fuck out of here, eat a dick. I prefer that show. I like Naruto, but I prefer DBZ. That's how that works. But I can back my shit up. Comments. Let's see what you got. NGS. If you said it, want to hear some points. Fucking stupid fire alarm thing going off in my house. Fuck it. Life's a game. Play to win. The insane game freak out. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Y'all fuckers are crazy.